Yes, people, welcome back to NAF. You know, if you ain't been here before, you might like the content, so give it a go. If not, then you lose, I suppose. But smash the likes on the way in, because guess what? New year, new you. You're a nice person and whatnot. So yeah, be nice. Joined by Ossie Guno. Hasn't been on the channel in a while. Actually, it's been about since what, early summer, maybe?
Yeah, man.
Early
It's been
summer.
way too long, man.
Yeah.
Too long, man.
We got the Do-Rag Diary man himself, with his therapy session last night. If anyone hasn't caught that, Deji's back.
All boardroom talks was quality last night. Make sure you head over there.
I'm
mostly done on the channel right now, man.
And I've learned something new. You can raid even you don't have a 1K subscribers. I didn't know when that changed, but here we go.
Did anyone actually put? I don't think anyone put raid in the chat though. I think
no, I didn't see nothing. I was just like, I'm thinking, wait, hold on. I saw a little jump, but when there's a little bit of too much of a bigger jump, like 34, I'm like, did something just happen? Like, what happened there? Or did it just like, is this YouTube trying to push the channel or something? That's the zone I was in.
Yeah, quick raid, man. So
yeah. You lot must have therapy sessions every day at Spurs.
Bro, you must have therapy sessions every hour then. If
you lot be the emergency meeting.
Oh, do you know what? This is your therapy session. Every Friday when you come here and shout nonsense. I hear it.
Every day must be emergency at Spurs, bro. The way you lot run.
You literally talked all shit last week to D just to get clapped. Like you got bent over, cheeks.
That was a week before. That was a week before, innit? That was not last week. That was the week before, innit?
Oh, and did you win it last week?
Huh?
Did you win last week?
Yeah. We win.
Who'd you beat?
Did you?
Who'd you beat?
We beat Southampton. You're laughing like you won't lose to them.
We beat them 5-0.
We lost to Ipswich.
They beat them 5-0 still.
Yeah. I'm talking on the reverse fiction, innit? It's only one. But no, man, we won. 3-point collectors. New Year's. Got Chelsea. It's looking a bit. Yeah, but
wait, you know what? Quick one. I know we're not going to dive into that, but you got pretty much bar Chalobah. Everyone's available bar him and Wharton. I think Wharton's just coming back now, isn't he?
Yeah, Wharton. Nah, he's not back till like late Jan.
Okay, I know that's what you're looking at. Kakare, aren't you? So that's another one. Oh, fuck's sake.
We got players back in it. We got players.
Look at that smile. Did you see that smile? Do you see that smile? You know he's the baller. Kakare. As soon as Kakare starts smiling, the guy's cold.
Bro, Kakare. I saw the video. You not see the video again? The Kakare coming back.
Good, man.
Oh, sorry.
He's so good, man.
Yeah, he's cold. He's not going Palace.
We haven't had a fit Wharton as well. So Wharton, when he comes back into the month, that'll be big. But yeah, man, Chelsea right now. I'll be honest. After the Arsenal thing, I want to be careful what I say. But Chelsea right now are not looking good. They're not looking good. They're not looking good.
There's no D today, so there's no like back and forth and bringing back.
I know. But like, I'll take a point. I'll take a point against Chelsea now, man. I'll take a point.
Yeah, fair enough. And when once decides he wants to wake up and join, he can do that. So that's up to him. But yeah, where should we start? Because I feel like I should do the Man United Liverpool thing, but I kind of want to start with George.
No, you can't do that. Why are you trying to run? You
want to start with George.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then
let's get everyone's idea on this game, because everyone's looking forward to this game except for you, Kaz. So it's not fair that you do this.
What do you mean? Respectfully, I'm unbeaten this year, and I'm gonna be unbeaten after Sunday.
Hey, what? What did he just say?
You still on the same?
I'm sorry.
You must have had some really good New Year's, man, because that shit's still cracking on, man. Like, how much you got in your system? Are you right? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes.
You're gonna get. You mean you're gonna get beaten badly? Is that what you meant? Is that what you're gonna get pummeled? You guys are gonna get turned into confetti.
Yeah. They're not being unbeaten, innit?
Cass is doing the fake code thing. It's cool. Like I've seen this Scorpion from Cass before. He's just waiting until Mons gets here. Mons puts him back in his place. He's not
exactly. Let's talk about Spurs then.
Let's talk about Spurs.
Yeah.
I ain't running from it. Yeah. It makes sense. Let's talk about first game of the weekend. Talk.
Yeah, start of a new year. I mean, against Newcastle
Palace, Chelsea.
at home. Are you finally going to get a win, or what's going on? Still haven't got the players yet for Ange.
Well, obviously, injuries, big part of where we're at right now. It's nothing to. You just have to acknowledge that. You sat there and just acknowledge that you've got players coming back, and quite clearly,
No, but we're. I mean,
beat
first of all,
Southampton.
we are Crystal Palace.
Talking about beating
and you're
Southampton,
Tottenham.
the worst team in the league.
Yeah,
You can't gas up.
We are
beating
Crystal
Crystal
Palace.
Palace.
Second of all,
Wait, you just what does that mean? Wait, can you clarify what you mean by that? You're
Huh?
Crystal Palace and I'm Tottenham. What do you mean by that one?
You lot are the entertainers. You lot, Squid
No,
Game, by
what
the
do
way.
you- what do you-
Great
what do you- what do
promotion.
you mean
I
by
did
that?
end up watching it. I started season 2. It's actually great from you lot. But like,
Was that like they're your betters sort of thing? Is that what you were trying to? I'm just wondering because I need some clarification on that. Like you're Tottenham, we're Crystal Palace. Are you making it out like they're your betters? Just making sure that this isn't the case.
No. What I'm saying is
no
they
way,
got
no
bigger
way.
stadium. They got like
Smiling cuss.
they supposedly have a better training ground. So yeah, like I'm talking about that. Like expectations should be higher for Spurs than Crystal
Oh,
Palace.
Rihanna FC. Cool. Yeah, okay.
We're here with a Spurs fan who are sitting 11th right now. Come New Year, and you still talk about injuries and the manager not being able to adapt because of injuries.
Well, the manager has adapted. If you watch Tottenham games, you'd know the manager has adapted.
Just one game.
I'll be honest. I'm so entirely bored of this narrative by rivals that your manager doesn't adapt. Your manager doesn't do anything. He just plays highline for life. Like he doesn't play highline for life. He's done this in a few games. Doesn't do it every single game.
He does. Don't let the Wolves game fool you.
It's a boring narrative, because Tottenham in even other games, I've seen us adjust our line and drop a lot deeper than we would usually. Tottenham play of an offside trap. Of course, they're going to play with a high line. You look at teams like Aston Villa, they play with a high line because they offside trap teams. It works. A lot of teams score offside goals against us because of our high line and because it works.
Okay, I don't want to hear no injury.
I'm not going to sit here and this is a boring narrative that Ange doesn't change. Going into this game against Newcastle are missing some big players. They're missing Fabian Schär. They're missing their other centre-back. I know Sven Botman comes back in, but they're also missing Nick Pope as well. So defensively, just like us, they're missing that core group of players that sort of brings them that defensive structure. I'm looking at this game. It's going to be the team that can score the most goals. And looking by the numbers of so far this season, Tottenham's got one of the better attacks in the league. Individually, yes, in Newcastle have better players in their attack, but I just think Tottenham play and the way that we build up, we break teams down better than Newcastle have. They'll catch us on the transition at times, and they're going to score goals tomorrow. There's no doubt about that. They're a dangerous team, but I'm generally looking at this game, and I think Tottenham can get something from it. I think that we're playing at home, so we've got that home ground advantage. Yes, at home we haven't been great as of recent, but I feel like these are the games that we're going to have to pick up points. And I think Newcastle, especially looking forward to our other games, is one of the games where we're going to be able to grab something. We played good against them in the first game of this season. Although we lost, we should have won. They caught us again, 2 transitions, and our attack, I just say, was a bit. We created a lot of chances that game. We just didn't put the ball in the back of the net. I don't think we have that same problem tomorrow.
Do you think? Where do you think this game is won and lost? What area? Like, I'm looking at Newcastle's. I'm looking at Newcastle's squad. I know they're not the attack.
Tottenham's defense.
I think. Well,
that's what I'm looking
see, the thing is, I look at Tottenham's defense, and it's injury. It's torn up. You guys haven't got a back four that makes any sort of sense, right? You haven't got your starting goalkeeper. Fraser Forster is a joke, right? So you guys are really easy to get at. Their midfield is solid. Gumaresh, Tonali, it's a solid midfield. It's going to be very hard to break that line. And I know Newcastle's defense isn't the best, but it's better than yours. I don't know. I think this is going to be a tight game, my man. I don't think this is going to be a walk in the park for you guys. I think it could go either way. Really, either way.
I think the bigger question is like, I know where you subscribe to with Ange and whatnot, but if anyone hasn't seen, I think it got taken down. It's got like Sava versus Sean versus Mr. Box Office versus all the other minions and stuff like that. It's becoming a little bit more like you want to tune into a Spurs show if you want to hear some absolute mental beef or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? But is Ange, not for the fans, but in your mind, is he safe with Levy if you do lose another home game?
You're talking to me?
Yeah. Like in your honest opinion, of course. Look, I've got my situation myself, of course, with Amrin, but I think it's a little bit different situation where with Ange is like, you've had your time, you've had some players. I don't think he's been backed enough. I'm kind of in the same boat as what you think as well, because what he has at his disposal is absolute dross with some people off the bench. Dross. But you know what Levy's like? Do you reckon this is the final straw, maybe, or one of them?
I don't think the Newcastle game will be the final straw at all. I feel like they've come out and said that they're backing him, Well, they've come out and said that the board's still fully behind Ange, the vision of Ange, and they're not looking at any other managers at this moment. I believe that. But whether they go out and actually back him in the transfer window, that shows me whether they believe in him truly. Because if you really believe in a manager and you want him to turn it around, you'd give him the resources to do that in this January transfer window. So I think this transfer window is very key as to where the Tottenham board want to take this team. Because, like I said, we could look at Ange and say Ange isn't doing good enough. But when the players are where the players are at right now, and the availability of players we have, like I said, the dross, a lot of the players on this pitch wouldn't be playing first team. We need to see ambition from the board. That's something that we've lacked for a while. But I think Ange can. I don't feel like his job will be in. Like he's not. I'm not fearful of him losing his job until, I'd probably say, unless he goes like 3 losses back to back in like the Newcastle, Liverpool, and Arsenal games. If he loses all 3 of those, you could be looking at potentially,
you've got after Newcastle. You've got Newcastle,
Liverpool, Tamworth, and then Arsenal. So I'm not counting the Tamworth game because you're not going to buy no time with a game like that, innit? That's just the game we're expected to win. So
say that Liverpool. So if you get knocked out of a Liverpool, like let's say it is as bad as it looks, he probably ain't going to go that way. I think Liverpool rotate their side anyways, a bit. But if you lose to Liverpool, then you lose to Arsenal in a derby, and then you just go and lose to Newcastle at your own gaff. Wow.
I just think by the time we get round to the Arsenal game, we'd have a couple players back. I think we might have signed 1 or 2 players, especially a goalkeeper. Apparently, the goalkeeper we're looking to get wrapped up real soon.
Sam Johnston, they're getting our leftovers.
It's funny because I know you've seen the links, but you would have seen one of the top Tottenham spokesman in Alistair Gold shut that right down and say, yeah, we looked at him a few years ago. He might have been on the shortlist, but he's not a goalkeeper.
So who are you getting?
Well, we'll see, innit? I can't tell you who we're getting because we've been linked to a few players. But we've been linked to James Trafford. We've been linked to the Sunderland goalkeeper. He's pretty impressive this season. And then Sam Johnson's been at the bottom of that list. But Tottenham want a homegrown goalkeeper that's young, that can compete with Vicario for the years to come.
When have you not shown ambition, by the way? You said that we haven't shown ambition for a while, but when do you reckon, as a Spurs fan, you've shown ambition? Just out of curiosity.
Well, we have shown ambition in windows before. When straight after the
Champions League. Gareth Bale, when they sold Bale and Andre Villas-Boas spent all that money, that was ambitious.
That was ambition.
Yeah, well, how much play? Well, look, it was they had money and they spent it. They had money and they spent it.
I'd look at the window like when we signed Ndombele and Lo Celso, it showed ambition from the club that they went out there and spent over 100 odd players on that midfield because we needed midfield. 2 of the players just ended up flopping. And unfortunately, that's something you can't count for, innit? 2 top prospects not working out when you go and spend 100 million on them. I mean, that's not your club not being ambitious. It's just not working out. You can say the recruitment was good enough, cool, but that's not the club not showing ambition.
Does that not also fall on the managers as well? Because I've seen it firsthand. I think we've all seen it with our managers, like different managers getting the best out of the players. Doesn't a good manager get more out of a player? Like, even when you talk about this current players squad, you're talking about some of these players not being good enough, but surely another manager gets the best out of these players.
Because it depends on the players that you're talking about. I think a lot of these players have been here for the regime of Tottenham for the past 4 or 5 years, a lot of them. So like Ben Davies, no manager's got the best out of him, but also he's just a squad player, innit? Like he's always been a squad player for Spurs, never has been a starter. He's just around. When I look at players like
Madison, why does Madison not get mentioned?
I think I don't think it's a case of the manager not getting the best out of him. I generally just think he's underperforming. We was told when he's at Leicester, he's a 33% man. He only turns up 33% of the season. At Tottenham, we're now seeing this. At Tottenham. He just gets G&A. The numbers look great on paper. He's got 8 goals, 4 assists. It looks great. But how many times have we seen Madison have a good game this season? Very few and far apart. Look at Son. Son's naturally regressing. I'm not going to make a Son hate campaign because he's 32 years old. Naturally, at this age, players are supposed to get worse. The age is getting and it's catching up to him. And Tottenham have been trying to replace him. But unfortunately, Odegaard wasn't available majority of the season. Tottenham are now going back into the window to try to sign a winger that could potentially be competition for him because he can't play 2 games a week. I just think one of our biggest problems has been some of our best players, who the best players last season, have been underperforming this year, as well as I said, it's coupled up with some of the players like Forster, who's just shit, Dragusin, who's just not that good, Bissouma, shit, Werner, shit, Brennan Johnson's just.
Well, hold up, man. I don't know. Maybe you were here, like you might know, but the way this guy was talking at some points of the season, he wasn't saying everyone was shit at Spurs.
I said all these same players.
Last year Basuma was the shit. Now he is shit, right?
No, I said Basuma was shit 18 months ago. I've got the clips. I'll go get the clips up. I said even when people were comparing him to Rice at the
other Spurs fans are saying like Basuma was the shit, and I'm like, the fuck are you watching?
You're just watching.
No. This season, I don't know when, but there's no way he was calling everyone shit at Spurs. There's no way.
You're saying everyone. I haven't said everyone. I've called 4 players shit.
You said you're winning the trophy.
So how can you win a trophy 4 players shit? How are you saying everyone now, D? I've just called 4 players shit. That's 4 out of 23-man squad.
Would you?
Okay, all right,
real
cool.
quick.
Hold up. If that's the case, then why are
the players that are playing in the first 11 right now, and then the rest of the players are injured?
Hold up. If 4 out of 23 man is fit, so what? So you got 19 plays fit, and
we got like 9 injuries.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'll give you that because I was going to say it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up because you're saying
no. I've just got there's a few players in the team.
He's got 2 centre backs and a goalkeeper out. That's 3 that are main. The 3 main the 2 centre backs and the goalkeeper. That's 3.
You know, when he tells me like Odegaard's out, I just find it's kind of funny. I think it's kind of funny.
Saying that, but he's better than all the wingers you got, so I'm not even hearing it. Bro.
We don't play with wingers. But what's it called? The fact is that you only
play wingers now, but the wingers you have.
The situation is, yeah. I know no one rates. I know no one's better. That's nice. That's nice. He's at Burnley, G. But what's it called? As I'm trying to go across, is like it don't matter how you want to fixate yourself to make yourself feel better. And try to go at my club for making yourself feel better that your club's also just as dross. The fact is, your dross is only a little bit more dross than mine.
They bang goals, Cass. They bang goals, bro.
But the thing is, though, Mons.
At least when I watch my games, I can put a smile on my face.
It doesn't. No, but you don't have a smile on your face. I have a
smile on your face for the first 20 minutes. By the end of the game, you're crying, bro. It's like
at least I had a smile at one point. Catch us sat there.
Okay, I can't give you that one. You're smiling at one point.
If you go,
90 minutes, bro.
If you go look at his last 10 TikToks of Durag Diaries or something like that, he's probably moaning or crying or something worse. Anyways, look, my whole point is you can bang once, he can bang all the goals he wants, but all them goals have mounted to 2 points above Man United. Who gives a shit? And we're garbage. We're arse. We're cheap.
And you haven't had half the injuries that we've had, but still you're here.
Bro, either way, whether you want to call it injuries or whatever, I don't know. Man United have had some, I don't know what you want to call it, but regardless, you're just as crap.
You've had your core group
just a little bit better.
Of the time. It's just that your core group of players are absolutely shit. Where Tottenham and
maybe, but I always get told injuries are not an excuse. So
it's not injuries aren't an excuse. It's context. There's a fine line. This is what I don't get about content creators at times. It's like every time you context, the context is an excuse. But when it's your club, you're allowed to give the context. No, the injuries are just the context of where the injuries are not excuses. It's context of where the team is at. The fall off has been in line with the injuries. It's fact.
Yeah, but even
if tomorrow Spurs beats Arsenal and Arsenal's got 3 or 4 injuries, do you give a shit? No, you're going to take that win and say thank you very much, right?
No, if you're talking about a game in hyperbole and you're just focused on that one game, yeah, you can sit there and do the semantics thing and be happy about the win, but when Tottenham have 4 or 5 injuries and you're trying to evaluate where we're at right now, you just look at it and say, okay, Spurs are at where they're at right now because of the injuries. It's fact.
But at the same time,
but there's another reason why Spurs are there, but there's another reason. You just said to me you're going into the transfer window looking for someone to compete against Vicaria. No, I think you need someone to replace Vicaria. That guy can't. That guy's like Leno. Ball comes into the box. Cool story. You need to replace Vicaria. Son, right? You don't need someone to go and compete against Son. You need someone to replace him now. Son's not good enough to play on that left wing anymore, bro. He's not. Solanke is gone, and it's just him and Kulusevski. Son is just hanging out and looking and going, oh, cool. This looks great. I'll just have the armband. You need to replace Son. Basuma, you're right. Basuma, 100% he's got to go. Use him as depth, right? But you shouldn't be going into the transfer window going, oh, you know what? We're going to get players that are going to compete with Son and compete with Vicaria. Are you mad? That's the problem at Spurs.
Son's the captain for a reason.
I don't give a shit. Let him sit on the fucking bench and be captain.
But if I showed you the stats, it shows that Son, although he's
but I can show you the stats of James Maddison. You were just telling me that you can't look at James Maddison's stats, but we're going to look at Son's stats.
Okay, but Son's at 32. So I'm not being funny. If I'm going to lean on the GA for Son, I'm going to lean on the GA because at this point,
but you just said Son's 32. He's 32 and he's a winger, so he's aging. So you're telling me you're going to run him to 35 years old and hope and pray he gets better? No, you replace him now.
I said that. We tried to bring in someone to compete with Son this season so we can
not compete, replace. Not compete, replace. Son should be trying to compete for his position. You need to go out there and get yourself a winger. You need to go out there and say, Son, it's been nice. He's a winger. Look at your number 9. Look at your number 9. You went out there and got a number 9. What did you do? You went and got Solanke, right?
Because
that ain't no.
Son was playing number 9 last year. Son wasn't even playing on the left. And then we replaced him in the middle because we realized he wasn't good enough for the striker. And on the left wing position, yes, although we've acknowledged that we needed someone more dynamic than Son with the way that they play, what Son offers goals wise, you can't replace. He does offer this. He offers more goals than any of
you say context is key. Can we also say context is key? That the fact that your manager plays in a way where the hamstrings turn into T-strings, and then before you know it, you've got the same issues.
Couple hamstring injuries, but cool.
Well, but it's not designed for older players.
No, not figure of speech, but I'm just trying to say, like, with all these injuries that mount up, it's the same thing that happened also last year. So whether it's the medical team or the training methods or whatever, I said I like Ange. I've said that from time ago. I don't think he's the overall issue, but at the same time, you can take accountability to the fact to say that the way you play gets you injuries, mounts it up, and gets you, and you can see goals from it. And we always talk about Amorim needing to maybe change up his. That's the whole talk, is changing up his system, the way he plays, or another manager, Arteta. The football's regressed. He's changed up the way he's playing. However you want to look at it, we're talking about Pep. Remember we had these things about Pep playing a certain way with 3 at the back. It's not working. He needs to find a solution. Why is that not the same questions for your manager? If you've got such
I have said continuously that if we had the players available and the different, like, I think the key part is what people different role profiles. You can't change the way you play without a different profile of player in the team. Let's just acknowledge that. Unless you have different players in central midfield, like you have an 8, a 6, a 10. If you've just got 3 8s, you're not going to be able to change the way you play, because ultimately that's what you've got to work with. We've got Basuma, Sarr, Bensko, all very similar midfielders. Yes, they thrive in different parts of the game, but ultimately they're all action number 8s. So he can't change the system much when you've got so many players that play similar. The problem with Tottenham right now is, for one, the lack of players available. The players that we actually have available, it's not like, he can change the system. He's just got 12 players to work with these 12 players and get something out of them. Is he doing enough to get the best out of them?
I think you've got incredible wing backs.
I would sit here and acknowledge. We all know that he's not going to change from.
I know, but I think you've got incredible wing backs, bro, and not incredible wingers.
I just don't think the one thing I'm not going to do is be like, Ange play a back 3. It's never going to happen. So I'm not even going to try it and talk about it. What I will do is acknowledge, though, that Ange isn't getting the best out of these players. But I just don't think these players are good. That's why he's not getting the best out of them. So I'm not mad.
You just said it yourself.
You
just said it. Well, at some point, maybe you realize what you just said, and then you realize the problem with Ange. You literally just said Ange is not getting the best out of these players, which is our point for the last how many weeks. But
I've sat here and said the players aren't good, so I don't want him to get the best out of these shit players. I just want some of these shit players to go. I don't think it's down to the manager as well. But
I think you are right.
What's the expectation of Spurs anyways? You lot don't win trophies, so it's like you lot are doing.
What do you?
Hold on, D George. I hear what you're saying with the injuries in it, because I think, as I said, the context matters. The bottom line is, I think, like when Cass was talking about his injuries last season, he was trying to tell everyone else his injuries, and a lot of people were telling him, "I don't matter." Same with Ches. When Ches got injuries last season, people were kind of like, "Cool, it don't really matter." Wait till my players get back. Kaz has a full fit squad now, and his team's still dog shit. You know what I'm saying? So the injuries.
He realized that his team was a lot shitter than he thought last
George,
season.
when you man were flying last season, you got all your injuries, you were shit, and then you got your players back last season, and then you were still shit. That's why.
Remained out for the majority of the season. Bissouma was in and out.
On the back end of the season, when the Madisons came back and the Van der Vens came back and those guys came back. I'm not saying all your whole squad was fit, but when your key again, because remember, it's not really about how many injuries, it's about the injuries you have, right? The Romeros, the Van der Vens. Back end of last season, when Madison came back, when the main guys came back, I didn't really see a massive improvement in Spurs. I expected to see it because of how good you started the season. It was, again, 2 draws, 8 wins in your first 10 games. I'm pretty sure that was the record, innit? So because of that, bro, the fact that, them lot might just say because injuries we don't care. I'm saying the injuries are less of an excuse because of what I saw last season. Your players came back and they still weren't I didn't see a massive improvement. That's my thing, innit? Obviously, in the summer, your board somehow didn't see that and still managed to strengthen, for me, the areas that didn't really need to be strengthened. And yes, you bought in Dragusin in January, but bro, like, let's be honest, after your first 2 centre-backs, it's chopsticks, bro.
The board didn't do enough.
It's way.
The board didn't do enough in January or summer.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's bro. It's just too many problems happening at once. Again, your squad is thin, your manager's play style is unsustainable, and those 2 things. So if your play style is unsustainable and you don't have the players to come in to replace the players that get injured,
unsustainable because the squad is thin. If the squad isn't,
that's what I mean. The squad is thin, and outside of your first 11, it's not good enough to compete.
Yeah.
You are right. You are right there, with the Villas, the Nottingham Forest this season. You're like level with those guys outside of your 11. Do you get it? You're better than them with your 11 whenever
outside of our 11, they're better than us.
Even that. Like, that's what I mean. In terms of
this is the same thing.
Did
you not have a fit squad
coming in from these other teams and they're better than you, bro? That's the bottom line, bro.
You had a fit squad against Arsenal. You had a fit squad against Newcastle. I remember the Brighton game where you got bottled it. You lost against Palace with a fit squad as well. You just don't put excuses.
No.
Every single.
You're just waffling. You had a damage in August. What are you talking about 4 months ago? I never said it. I said the.
Yeah, but I'm just saying what we're saying. The problem is even then with a fit squad. That's what you're not noticing. It's not just injuries. Even with a fit squad,
you have to watch football with your eyes, D. Newcastle, I said we lost to them, but we should have won that game. We played really well that game. I'm not looking at that game and was like, oh yeah.
What about Brighton?
Was at fault for that game. He was good.
What about Leicester?
Brighton, again, Brighton had a good second half. Brighton had a good second half. They had a really good second half against us. Ange set us up well for the first half. Second half, the players just gave it away.
It's the same story at Spurs. It's the same story at Spurs.
Substitutions early enough. But
the bottom line is, if it's not sustainable,
it's the same story.
At least have a deep squad if it's not sustainable. That's the bottom line.
But Mons, it's the same story every year. Every time a new manager comes in, a season and a half, and now that manager has to go. He's not good enough. Next manager comes in, new manager bounce, play the game again. It's the same shit every single time. This squad is cost. It's because your squad has cost too many managers, right? This like core squad has cost too many managers, and these owners have cost too many managers their jobs and their credibility, right? It happened with Conte, happened with Mourinho. Well, they're not good enough. Well, there's a guy who's taking care of Nottingham Forest right now, and he's getting a tune out of them. Couldn't get a tune out of anyone at Tottenham.
What is the solution to all those problems? Is it not to back the manager and let the manager play it out and give him the time to actually build a squad?
This manager, right? Ange Postecoglou. There's someone I actually really know because he took care of my teams, right? The Aussie teams. Now, I was happy you got him because he is one-dimensional. That's what he is. He's hard-headed. I know this. I love it for you guys. He's not going to budge. He's hard-headed. This is what I do. He's Greek. They don't muck around. They do it their way. You give him what he wants, he gets you a result. You don't give him what he wants, he does it his way. And this is what's going to happen with Spurs. And you know what will happen? You guys will replace him because he's the problem. Ange out, Ange out. Cool story, all of yous. All those Spurs fans. Next manager comes in, same story again. You'll get half a season decent. Oh, we're back. Burn, drop off, new manager. And everybody else is laughing. So you'll go from 11th to 8th to 7th to 11th to 6th to 3rd, but you'll never get anywhere because your owners are having a laugh at all of yous. All of yous. They're taking you guys for a fucking ride. And every manager that comes in is getting taken for a fucking ride. And that's a fact.
Is a problem with
Mourinho, Conte.
Come on, bro. The Spurs board is proper shit, though. Like
rubbish. Rubbish.
Really I think my board is. I don't like my board, but you man got it bad as well. Like bad.
Look at they build this mad stadium, right? Yeah, we can host all these friggin' events, but they can't afford to buy players. Get the hell out of here, man.
If you want to hear the Levy out stuff, go watch them, man, because I'm bored of all that talk. That's the thing. I can sit here and talk about.
But that's the truth. You see, this the problem, right? Look at this, right? Look at this. You're a Spurs fan. I'm bored of the talk because the problem you have is your owner is the problem, but you're bored of talking about it. So instead, we'll talk about the players and the owner.
I speak about the owners more than often, but on these shows, when I tell you guys, oh yeah, we didn't do enough in the summer, that's a boring narrative. They want to talk about the players, they want to talk about the manager. So I talk about the players and the manager because that's the things we can control and that's the things we can evaluate. I'm not going to sit here and go mad and be like, oh, the board didn't do enough. Okay, cool, we all know that, but no one cares. Ultimately, no one cares. Tottenham.
Fair enough.
Yeah, either way, it's gonna.
Fair enough.
It's gonna take some time. I don't think getting rid of him is the solution. I think same kind of way United. bear the pain, wait for your squad, and then put probably more of a judgment in the next season. You know, after next summer, then look at Ange maybe. Because you can see that he breaks up a lot of big teams, man. Let's be real, like, or gives them a run for their money. Tottenham had 9 to 10 injuries and 4 key ones are out, and the others are used to rotate the others, and we can't, and that's why we got the drop. A big up in the coma for that. And then ADR, what's up, my man? Looking to see if we could collab at some point. If so, how can I go about it? Could I get on a show like this? Do you charge? Big up.
Yeah,
just £20 man, £100 appearance fee.
Just because it's January and you guys need the cash, huh? You guys need the cash.
I'd say just drop me a message on Instagram, or drop Monts a message on Instagram or Twitter, either or.
I'll drop you my details as well.
Yeah, but
no, I'm playing.
That's how you support. And I think the better one is, have you got a video as well to, like, let's see what you're about a little bit. I can gauge your personality a little bit from that.
Scout you.
Yeah, literally. But moving on, I know you ain't got that long left, but you might be able to give us extra 2 minutes. Ches, Sellers Park. We spoke a little bit about it yesterday, last night. Obviously, you wasn't here, but are you confident? That's the better question.
Who, me?
Yeah. Are you confident? Because you just said at the start of the show, I don't want to talk the same way I spoke about Arsenal.
Why is Ches staring like he's just waiting to like?
Because it's his club.
I haven't said anything. You don't have to be so serious, Ches, man. It's a Friday afternoon. Yeah. Oddly enough, I'm looking at least a point in this game. I am. I think at home, we've kind of improved, apart from the Arsenal game, of course. We've lost like 3 games in the last 11. We've had a lot of draws and we've had a few wins as well. We're slowly turning the corner. I don't think Palace will turn the corner until we sign more players. But Chelsea, I've watched them against Everton. I didn't watch them against Ipswich or any other game, but I've heard it sounds like similar problems. Subs, certain players starting when they shouldn't have. Teams having like a low block and Chelsea trying to break them down. Look, we've been rested. We've got 4 weeks rest. We've had a fatigue problem with a few players, but hopefully that should be solved by now. And yeah, I'm looking at this game at home thinking, yeah, we could get a point. We could get a point against Chelsea.
You could be the reason why you send Chelsea fan base into a meltdown.
Can you man hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, now we can, yeah.
You could be the reason why you send the Chelsea fan base into a meltdown.
Chelsea fan base meltdown.
Yeah. They lost 2 in a row now.
It depends. I mean,
question time, isn't it?
You guys can let me know what a meltdown would be. Would it be to lose in Palace? Would it be a draw? Would it be? I don't know.
Holy say one sec.
Go on.
They quit already. But yeah, this is Chelsea recently. They've been struggling. To face their problems. And yeah, look, at home at Sellers Park, I do think even a point would probably rattle Chelsea fans because of where they're at right now with their manager. Let's be real. This manager has bottled it before. Well, nearly bottled it at Leicester before he joined Chelsea. They were clear at the top, and then he had problems there. But yeah, until Maresca changes about, then I think they'll struggle here and there. I don't know why Disasi is playing when you got other right backs and stuff like that. But yeah, man, that's none of my.
Yeah, you can't hear me now, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so I had the connection issues, didn't it? But what was you saying, D? What was your question before I left?
Kaz. Oh, what would require a meltdown at Chelsea for this result? Would it be a loss? Would it be a draw?
Oh, I feel like I spoke to this briefly yesterday, but some of the man are shameless and they can't have a conversation. I was saying that I feel like a loss would be. I don't know if it would be a meltdown. Why is Goonlee saying hi, Ches? Like, where have you been? Like, what are you doing here? You go above me once in the league and you're saying hi, Ches. Don't be shameless. Anyway, yeah. I don't feel a loss will be like meltdown, but I feel like it'll be like question, like raised eyebrows. It'll be like, rah, how can you win this many games, be this competent, and then lose 3 on the bounce? Because we lose against you, man, you'd be 3 on the bounce, Which for any team, that's a bit mad, isn't it? No context needed to get it. So for me, if we don't win, it'll be an L. So if we draw or lose, obviously a loss will be massive. But if we draw, I still think it'll be a mini meltdown. But if we were to lose the game, I feel like it'll be like a massive eyebrow raise. Like people would start questioning his overall management, which sounds mad to say, but I'll tell you why. Because it's all about context. If we were second in the league, lost 3 in the bounce, but still clear with Man City, Newcastle, it would be like cool. But if you lose this game now, and Man City Newcastle win, now it looks kind of spooky. Do you understand? So when we lost our first game, it was like, oh, we're kind of good. Now we lose our second game, it's like, all right, cool. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now you lose Palace, Man City, Newcastle win. Now you're in a top 4 battle, and now you're not even 4th anymore. Then things start changing. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, that's how it is, isn't it? But I don't. These are hard one. Do you actually think you could beat Chelsea based on you saw Ipswich? Like, do you actually think that will happen?
Yeah, I mean, we beat Ipswich. So like you lot struggled against them lot, and I do think you know why? Like, if we're being real here, your defense is suspect. I've said that. I think your defense is you can be got out there. We got Ismail, so I can see Palace hitting Chelsea on a counter attack. Like, that's why I would be shocked if we don't ask questions to your defense and your goalie. Sanchez is another one I know from Brighton, and so far this season. So yeah, I think we'll sit deep and then we'll try to hit you on a counter attack, and that strategy has worked. So far, that's why you lot have struggled. So
what I
would
say is
this Palace could cause problems.
What I would say is the last few games we've lost, it's not been because of like the opposition. Like, I spoke to Kaz briefly about Fulham game, and even it's more like Chelsea's errors or Maresca's lack of subs, which directly impacted the result. It's not like Ipswich and Fulham moved to us or Everton done the madness and we didn't get the win and we struggled. It was literally the Sassy unforced errors. If the penalty doesn't happen, for example, I know it's hypothetical speaking, he dives, cool. But if that second chance that the Sassy gives them doesn't happen, I don't think we lose. Even in the Fulham game, it was fire margins. We could have scored, they go in the other end and score. I literally watched the game, like, we literally had a chance to score, we missed it. They went the other end.
But then didn't they have a better second half?
Sorry?
They're not better in the second half.
I would say, I admitted this year on the stream when I was talking about them. I said, second half they deserved in terms of the result overall in hindsight. But if you would have come out of that game and said you man drew 1-1, that would have been, Fulham undeserved that. They deserve more. It would have been like, yeah, fair enough. They had the first half, they had the second half. But the way the game kind of went in the end, the subs and that's what turned it over. So it was more our errors than Fulham being that good. That makes sense. Ipswich weren't that good. It's just we were crap. So if we turn up to your gaff and play 70%, I think we win. But if we drop, I don't think we need a lot to beat.
You didn't even beat us. You didn't beat us when we had 14 first-team place fit.
That was an anomaly because we beat all the other teams that are around your level, though. That was the one-off game. Like, we beaten the Bournemouths, the Wolves, all these sort of teams we didn't beat last season. West Ham's, we beat them this season. Then
West Ham dropped off the shit, man.
We dropped points against Forest and you, which was the anomalies. And then we didn't do well against the big 6 teams, which is kind of normal for our last 3-4 years.
So you must be confident then.
I'm not confident in terms of the form. If our form was better, I wouldn't be having this dialogue.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's like saying if our form was better, then I'd be more confident. Like, form definitely plays a part, but 70% is quite of a higher number. So I'm expecting like a 2-3-0 from you.
We just lost to Ipswich. Why do you not have more chest? Do you think you're better than Ipswich?
Huh?
Do you think you're worse than Ipswich?
No, we beat them recently as well.
I've asked you a question. Do you think you're worse than Ipswich?
No, we're not. We literally beat them as well.
Yeah, so you should be beating us then, though.
What? That's not how football works.
No, Ches is right. Ches is right.
Why not to me? If we're so crap, okay, when he never said we're crap, but if we're performing so badly, Ipswich beat us. Why does he not have more chest?
Also, didn't you get a rivalry as well? Like, why won't you get a point in your own gaff? Or at least
that's what I'm saying. Right. Well, I get it's Crystal Palace, but they just saw us lose Ipswich.
These just shook. I hear it. These shook. I hear it.
He's a prick, though, innit? D will pick and choose who he wants to gun for. He's a prick, though. Like,
I'm not shook.
He knows the level once.
As I said at the start, like, it is Chelsea.
He's not sticking his neck out. He's not sticking his neck out.
He's not trying to stick his neck out.
You was telling Arsenal fans your title push ends here pre-game, bro. Like, where's that? Where's that?
He's sort of worried about Chelsea's record at Selhurst Park. It's sort of playing in his ear right now, and he's being real careful right now.
He knows the record
because Chelsea did good there. Chelsea did good there.
As long as Ches, I'm not worried about Chelsea. I'll be honest. I'm not worried about you lot. I reckon we can get something out of this game. As I said at the start, I'll say it again. You lot have been a bit dusty recently, as Deji likes to say. I don't know where Deji is. I haven't seen him in ages, by the way. Was he in the stream yesterday, Jules?
He was on my stream, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna watch that back. But yeah, like I do think this Chelsea team, as I said, defensively you're suspect, and we've got enough players to hurt you. So yeah, I get why you are worried, Ches. I get why you are worried. You sound like you are worried yourself. So I understand. You know why you would be coming to Selhurst Park, because the only team that thrashed us is Arsenal. Liverpool beat us 1-0. City drew against us.
In terms of our record. Our record is not bad at your gaff.
Huh?
That's right.
Our record's quite good at your ground.
Yeah, no, your record is quite good in general. You beat us 13 times in a row until the last game, where Glasgow comes in and he ends that. So
yeah, 100%. I just thought you'd have more chest. Honestly, I'm not even joking. I thought you'd have a bit more chest.
Well, I think we are going to get something out of this game.
You're basically admitting you're worse than Ipswich. That's basically what you're saying. That's basically what you're saying. Because how has Ipswich beat us 2-0 and you don't have chest to even get a win against us as well, if you're not better than Ipswich?
No. It's not about that. I'm just saying.
What is it about?
I expect something out of this game. I expect something.
Why are you staring at the camera so scared? I'm not even next to you. Like, why are you not having chest? I don't get it. I thought you'd come with him.
So Chelsea winning this game.
What do you want me to say? That we're going to go smoke Chelsea 3-4-0.
You know what's mad?
Chelsea are going to win this game.
You man are like, you support Palace, and then when he doesn't show chest, it's like, why you not?
I never said it to D. I never said it to you once. I don't say it to him.
Like, I don't need to have chest.
That's not deflated.
That's George's line. Hey, that's George's line. Like, that's not me.
All I have to say is I think I'm not gonna play into your games. I know what you're trying to do. I'm not gonna play into your games. I'm gonna stand with my point. And my point is I think we can get something out of this game, and I think we will. I think we will, because you are suspect defensively, and I'm gonna stick by that. What do you want me to say? 4-0 Palace at home. You want me to be like flipped up? Like, why would I say that? That's not realistic. That's not gonna happen, because you're not an awful side. You're just right now in a bad run of form. So yeah, the only player that I'm looking at, to be fair, who's kind of like, you know, I guess December was a very cold month for him, is Cole Palmer. Because yeah, like there's lots of comparisons to Saka, but in his last 3 defeats, I think he scored a goal, right? But what's up with him?
Yeah, I wouldn't say Palmer's been poor the last 3 games.
So do you know what? It's a poor narrative. It's a poor narrative, because people actually watch the games. Palmer's actually been decent.
Thank you, George.
I generally hate this narrative when young players.
Why have they not scored more goals or won more games?
No, but this logic is so whack. Come on, like it's not Palmer's fault. The Sassy decides to be a bum. Is that his problem?
No, but how many goals did he score that game?
D, you're telling me that
scored that game.
Let me just go back.
When he scored against Fulham and they lost,
was he at fault when they scored?
Come on, you're better than this. You actually know ball. Come on, let's not do this. Come on.
No. I'm just saying.
You're actually a smart guy.
Saka, which a lot of people do. Saka, I've seen him score big goals, win games. So where's Palmer?
D. Let me explain something to you. Is Palmer expected to get a goal and assist every single game?
No,
yes,
but he's expected to get like a goal and an assist.
That's the problem. All right, cool. If that's the level, then cool. Then fine. I agree with you. But if that's not the level, then the Sassy making 2 clangers or him scoring a worldie at Fulham and Chelsea can't see out the game.
So why
that's
did
his problem?
Hold on.
That's not his problem.
So you didn't. So he had no goals and assists. First of all, you didn't score against Ipswich. So I'm looking at your creative players. I'm looking at Palmer. Did he do his job?
Let me just when it comes
to against Brighton on October,
let me give you the GOAT example. Yeah?
But when it comes to
Lionel Messi, right?
And you needed to step up. Where was he?
Lionel Messi, right? Was he the same player when MSN wasn't there? And when they were there?
First of all, we're not talking about Messi and Palmer.
I'm trying to give you football reasons why I'm my basis of what I'm trying to say. I'm not comparing the players. I'm not that silly. Okay, I'm just saying Messi in MSN, that team was winning it all. Messi in the later stages of Barcelona was not winning it all. Is it his fault that Barcelona fell off and the players regressed and the management, etc.? No, but he still did his job. That's Palmer.
What about Everton? I watched Everton game. He was doing nothing. You scored 1 goal in the last 3 games.
I think Everton game was poor.
1 goal in the last 3 games, and you want to deflect from Palmer saying, "Oh, he's been playing good." No, I'm sorry.
Palmer's not been playing good this season. He's not been playing bad. He's just been average.
But look at the games he's talking about, though.
You don't watch the game.
Look at the 2 examples.
You don't watch the games, bro.
I do watch Chelsea.
You don't watch the games.
No.
But the 2 examples are bad, bro. These 2 examples are bad.
No. Genuinely, He's been like,
Just
we
say
talk
bad
about,
example.
Chelsea,
talk about
don't
stat
lie.
padding. We talk
Like,
about
don't
stat
lie.
padding. Cole Palmer's stats don't tell the story of his season. And if you're a Chelsea fan and you're
If you
honest,
don't watch Chelsea
He
games,
disappeared
just say
against
I do watch
Tottenham
Chelsea
as
games.
well.
I do
He
watch
had
Chelsea
tests.
games.
He disappeared.
You don't.
He
I
disappeared
do watch
against
Chelsea
Liverpool.
games.
He disappeared.
he was poor against Fulham.
disappeared in
He was
2
poor
games.
against Ipswich.
No. Again, you're using the word poor. I said
He-
average.
He creates. It's just
average
like
against Fulham.
I said average. Well,
Was
against
he
Fulham,
average against Fulham?
no.
he was decent against Fulham. He was
So you
decent.
know you're doing all this looking around. You don't know.
No, I
Don't
said
just
no.
say it.
I said
Right.
the word decent. I said decent.
I think you're saying a lot of words.
Well,
So
let
I
me
don't
ask
know.
you. Wait, let me ask you this
Decent.
question. Wait,
What do you mean I'm looking around? I gave you an answer.
Game
Bro.
didn't
Scored
turn out.
1 goal in the last 3 games.
Let me
Palmer's
quickly
not
ask
there.
a question. Let me ask
You
a
man,
question.
you man, like, listen, bro. He's stat padding at the moment compared to what you guys think you're seeing, and that's fine.
I've got an
Yeah,
Arsenal
he
fan
is.
and Spurs fan defending Palmer. I'm not waffling here. I'm not just saying
You know
The
what?
two games
I
we're
don't
talking
mind
Ipswich and Everton. Ipswich. Every time you look at their games, if you look at their games, always 1 goal in it. It's always 1-0, 2-1. It's very hard to score against Ipswich. We know that. Everton, low block FC. What happened against Arsenal?
Look,
Everton
now
are
it's-
hard team to break down. Very hard team to break down. Very hard. So
Why am I seeing his 18 GA average? Why are we using the stats now? Why are the Chelsea fans using the stats now? Why are we doing the GA argument?
No.
Watch the
We can use
games.
both arguments.
Watch the games this season. Cole Palmer, for me, in terms of the games that he's proper lit up the place, for me, not that many, about 3 or 4 where I can go, Rod, that's the Cole Palmer I know. In terms of absolute stinkers, probably only 2 or 3 as well. The rest of the games, just average. Just average.
His average player chance, and it's going to come
Just
to
average.
average.
Doesn't mean he's been bad.
And he's going to be dealt with.
Like, if we done the team of the season, he doesn't get in. How about that? He doesn't get in.
That's rubbish. That's rubbish.
It's not rubbish. He doesn't get into a team of the season this year.
So who's outperformed Palmer this season in his position?
He doesn't. No, wait, Ches. He doesn't.
He doesn't.
No. George,
He doesn't,
okay,
bro.
I can hear the argument, but I want to know who's above him.
Cunha in the 10. Kulusevski in the
Who's
10.
performed better than Palmer this season?
He's not been better. Well, Cunha's been better than Palmer in the 10 this season, bro. We're not doing that. We're not doing that today.
I'm not saying
No,
that.
you don't watch our game.
We're not doing that today, bro.
I'm not gonna say
We're
that.
not doing that today.
You tried to make me buy it, but you don't want
Wait. Can I come in?
We're not doing
Wait,
that.
what I'm seeing here
For
is
my
that
life.
Yeah, you want to say,
Like,
bro.
not really. Like, I'm just saying. Mons doesn't watch the Chelsea games, and it shows.
Of course, I watch Chelsea games. We just
I
disagree.
just want to say on the Cole Palmer thing,
You can't
I think
see
what
it, bro.
happened this season is the expectation from rival fans or some fans that obviously just seen the GA. Obviously, some people seen his performances. I have to say, his performances haven't been as good as last year. We all acknowledge that. But the system's changed, so it's not surrounded by him, and they're not required to be a one-man team as much. So you're not looking at him as late as You're not looking at him to carry them up the pitch and do everything. But I feel like the expectation from rivals fans from Cole Palmer has gone up here, so where they're comparing him to like a Salah performances or Saka, who's been in the league for 4 or 5 years, and they're required to perform every game. He's in his 2nd season in the Premier League. Is he not allowed to have not bad games, but games where he's disappearing and or not being the focal point? That's allowed to happen. But to sit here and say. To sit here and say that he's not been that great this season, or especially these past 3 games, I think the Fulham game in particular, if the result was different, people would be saying, "Rah, Palmer had a great game," but it's just because they lost. It's because they like the goal he scored was amazing. He scored a great goal for them, got them 1-0 up, and then the team doesn't do enough to get the result.
He was the only one, George, in that game actually looking threatening. Everyone else looking a bit.
That's what I mean.
But again, I'll say
that's most of Chelsea's games.
Bro, there's no. It's
100%. But apparently we're in the league. We're just 4th for no reason, innit? It's not Palmer.
The biggest.
Neto scored 2 goals, by the way. Madueke scored 4 goals, by the way. Sancho scored 3 goals, by the way, or 2.
Anyway, what my point is.
Who's carrying the attack to be what? Potentially second place.
First of all, everyone just forgets Jackson. Jackson must play golf this season.
Jackson's been crap. You don't watch our games.
Yes, for the last 3 games he's been crap, but for the majority of the season,
you're out. For
the majority of the season, Jackson's been good. No one can tell me Jackson's been crap for the majority of the season.
You don't listen, innit? Jackson's been poor since before.
For the last 4 games, he's been poor.
I'm telling you this is a fact. Jackson's been crap since before the Brentford game. He scored against Brentford, and every Chelsea, I was there. Every Chelsea fan
that was like match day 14. Was that not match day 14? So that's majority. So we're match day 20 or 19.
I'm trying to explain to you what I mean. I'm not disagreeing with you overall about Palmer. I'm not saying right now Palmer's been scintillating. he's been sick. What are you saying?
We're saying the same thing.
Well, no, we're not saying the same thing because you just said your words were he's been average for his level.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been average for his level. I think he's still been good. He's not been the same, like George said, the same Palmer's last season where he's getting numbers week in, week out. But this time round, because the system's changed, he's still performing good. He's not putting out the same GA. So that coupled with that is in your head meaning, he's been average. If you watched the Fulham game, you wouldn't be saying, he was a bit crap in that game. No, forget the world he scored.
I said he was
forget the
decent
world he scored. Forget the world he scored. Yeah, he still performed good in that game to get a good result. It's just the other players around him are performing poorly. Salah can't do it all on his own.
I just think you guys can't take criticism for your best player. Personally,
I could
like
take
the bottom line is
the
bottom line is for the level that he set, for the level that he set, he's not been playing at that level for majority of the season. As I said, he's not had he's not been stinking out the gaff. He's not crap. I didn't say he's an average player. I said for me overall for this season, he's been a drop off. Average. There's been a drop off, and that's fine. My biggest compliment to Chelsea Football, my biggest compliment to Chelsea Football Club this year. Go look at my drop off, not average. Go look at all my Chelsea reactions after I've watched the Chelsea game. I've said the biggest compliment to Chelsea is that Cole Palmer, for me, in many games has not been the standout player, yet you're still winning games. That's the biggest compliment for Chelsea this season. Because last season, if Palmer was playing, kind of like how I've seen him play in recent games, you man are losing games. Yeah, you lost those games, but majority of the season, Jackson's been stepping up. Neto stepped up in games. Sancho's had really good performances. Felix has stepped up against Leicester. You've had other players step up in your attack. It's not just been a one-man team. And you man the man are bringing up the GA thing. Bro, please give it a rest of using GA when it suits you. I'm talking about his performances.
But we did say with Palmer, we judge him more based off a GA metric more time than overall.
I'll give it a rest.
Oh, he's gonna tell me to shut up there, once.
Yeah, I was gonna say give it a rest. Guys, give it a rest about judging Cole Palmer off a GA metric.
No, but that's
we say that for anyone else to get crucified.
I remember having a
Or I say it.
We had a whole stream about that. Like, we judge Cole Palmer not based off what his playmaking skills are, whatever.
Of course, he's a 10. What we talking about?
No, not like that. Like, as in, we don't judge him harshly of like what Erdegaard does, like dictating the game.
I feel like you judge him like you judge the Bruno type of thing at times.
Yeah, like but you judge him if he gets enough GA and doing enough for the team.
Palmer is miles clear of someone like a Bruno who can only.
What about Salah? Salah might put in some stinkers, but he puts up the GA, bro. Do you know what I mean?
First of all, their GA's completely. First of all, again. See, look, now your head's gone. So you want to say Salah's career is just GA?
I rattled him.
That's what I'm saying.
Here we go.
So easy.
The thing is, the bottom line with Palmer. The bottom line with Palmer, these man cannot. It doesn't. These man can't. Palmer and anything above Starboy, amazing, better than Saka, cold. He's all round. Like, don't tell me his game is based on Don't tell me his all-round game is amazing, or like it's only based on GA. When it comes to Bukayo Saka, he's miles better. He's miles more technical than Bukayo Saka because he's just GA. Saka's stiff. Come on, what are we doing here? If he's only based on GA, why is the Saka comparison that he's not so much of a better footballer than him? Why do we keep saying that? Fucking silence. So as I said. So
there's no comparison, man.
Of course, bro. Obviously, you can all tell you comparisons over the all-round game. Hold on, Ches.
He's talking to himself.
Let me
I hope he has this energy for Man United, you know.
So, Ches,
I'm waiting for that discussion. We're not having it.
Ches,
the way we're going, it's 53 minutes in. Are we going to talk United? Mons, finish this up, bro.
Yeah. So the bottom line is, it's okay. No one's saying he's crap. He's getting a little bit of criticism, and you man can't take it. Well, at the end of the day, when a player is a top player like Palmer is, understand. Welcome to the big. You ain't been here for a while. Welcome to the big leagues. Welcome to. You're
So are Chelsea winning this game? I didn't get anything out of it. I think are Chelsea going to win this game?
I think so.
I feel like we'll bounce back. But
I think it's 2-1 Chelsea.
Marketing genius, man. What's the marketing genius? No,
it's 2-1 Chelsea. It's 2-1 Chelsea. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why.
2-1. 2-1.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Chelsea to win this 2-1. That's it.
See, once everyone knows he's the Chelsea villain. Like, everyone knows that.
Chelsea villain.
Yeah, that's why he's got that little cheeky smile right now. Yeah.
Palmer's gonna get man in the match against Crystal Palace, and I'm
can't even look at the mark.
Bro, it's not about that. I'm not but no one said Palmer's not capable of putting in man of the match performance. Not capable. No one said that.
Yeah, no,
like how I can be critical.
I need to take a leaf out your book, man. That's marketing genius, bro. That is 20k.
Man, but I just think it's cheeky that people are glossing up Palmer's GA when his whole brand is how good of a footballer he is, so much better than a Saka, more creative than a Salah, all this bullshit. Well, if he's so good of a footballer, why are you now talking about GA to back his statement? Cucks, the lot of you. Don't do that. Come on, man.
Anyways, moving on. I don't think there's going to be much of a discussion to be had, to be fair. I don't know where Jules just went. Keep smashing the likes, people. I don't even know if we're on 200 yet. We're on 212. At least get that to 300, the bare minimum. Pretty much the bare minimum of what Liverpool probably expect against United. 3 points. I need 300. Months. I ain't losing.
Shut up, man.
I ain't losing.
I said I ain't leaving.
I'm not leaving.
I ain't leaving.
I ain't losing.
I
didn't say I'm winning either.
Listen, man. Listen. You want to do this the easy way or the hard way?
All right. You know what? Let me get this out of the way. I forgot about these. AD, I've got videos. Don't have social media. Got email. I'm 28. Played myself and based my channel on rational, logical thinking. Let's get it. For now. For now. The thing is, this channel is based off not just like you can be a logical thinker, but at the same time, you got to bring. The question is, have you got personality as well? At the same time, I don't bring on people that got dry personalities. Them ones got kicked off time ago. Respectfully, ADR says too many people are emotional. I come at it different. Pause. I see a couple man here could use some logic. So we've got Mr. Logical. All right, well, email me and I'll put it in the comments. One sec. But yeah, go on, Mons.
Mr. Logical, going to be educational. Mons, come on now. What are you going to do to these guys? What are you going to do to Man United? Is it going to be a Spurs thing?
No,
is it going to be like that?
What we do to them could be could probably go on. We like there might be a Liverpool OF. What we might do.
Is this going to be like biblical? Like
it might be exclusive content link in my bio. I'm not interested in like my future kind of thing. It might be as bad as that. I can't even lie. Listen, man. I think if Amorim wants to do the stubborn thing and just continue playing the way he's playing, it's gonna be a hard. What's the thing in The Simpsons where man's getting beaten up and the kid's like, stop it, he's already dead. It might be an acting. It might be an acting. But if he decides to put 11 men behind the ball, you might just get like a calm little 2-0, 3-1 kind of game. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's Man United, and for the form they're in, there's no excuse for anything like less than like a 3-0 for me. Unless we just miss loads of chances and end up just winning 2-0. Even if we win 2-0, I'm not going to be mad annoying. Like it's 3 points to move on to the next game. Like I'm not trying to look at this as a speed bump or like a possible banana skin. For me, I'm just trying to put a statement out there. And keep doing what we do. Like again, in fact, maybe we beat them 3-0 or 3-1. Let them score the one goal. Give the confidence to make them my runners so they can put up a better performance against my ops. Maybe we do that. I'm not too sure yet. I'll talk with my officials and my other runners. But yeah, no, that's kind of what it is. I don't think there's even too much to go into when it comes to this game. Liverpool are flying. Salah's in the form of his life. Man United are in the dumps where the roaches are without any bug spray. And for me,
Salah's playing for that contract, boy. He's scoring goals for fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's playing for the contract or just how he usually starts the season. Same thing.
No, but he's on track to get 2020. He ain't done that before.
Yeah, man.
He has been. He's been on track for 2020 before.
No, but I'm saying
this is a different Salah, man. Come on, man. This ain't the same. He's got that look in his eye, man.
If you last season,
aerodynamics, man.
Last season, I think he was 4 GA. I thought he was this season. It's when he went to AFCON. Remember? Last season.
We both know he's gonna hit 2020.
He is.
Listen, anything can happen. Like, but I think
he should. Come on,
he should. He's
on, guys, for context, he's on 17 goals and 13 assists. He could easily get 20 goals this game.
No, 20 goals. He could get 20 goals. How about this, Ches? He can get 20 goals next game. So you don't see that. He can get 20 goals next game.
He can get 20 goals. He got what? Last game he got Ches. I feel like 2 goals and an assist, like easily, innit?
Yeah. No, he's got. I think he got 2. 2 assists, 1 goal
And
last
Spurs.
game, obviously, and then he got 4
Yeah.
PA against Spurs. Yeah, so you got 7 G in his last 2 games. But
Yeah.
he's the
Kaz, you're losing this game.
Salah's a
bro.
big six.
You're losing
Nah,
this
nah,
game.
well, we said this
Alright.
last year. We said the same thing last year, and guess what? We drew.
You're losing
Yeah,
this game,
but
man.
again, different.
You know what it is? Have you
different
ever
times.
noticed? Have you ever
Ten Hag
noticed?
was willing.
Have
but
you
the
ever
thing is,
noticed?
Ten Hag was willing to do the 11 man on the line thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what Ten Hag was
maybe
willing
that's
to do.
the case. But at the same time, I think United have handled bigger games a little bit better. But then again, you know what? It's not even Salah for me. It's Van Dijk, corner Van Dijk. That's what I see personally. That's the annoying part. It's like United will probably play well, but the thing is, it's the same thing.
Even Luis Diaz at the
United
moment.
back in training, by the way.
Yeah,
Today,
United.
so-
I
but
couldn't
I
care
don't know
less.
if he went for
United play well probably for 20, 25 minutes. And you're like, right, like United are playing actually all right. And then,
You
and
said
then-
this,
yep, like belts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you said you go get a sandwich.
yeah,
back and
basically.
go down.
That's the thing, innit? It's just every time you expect United or someone else to get battered, they never get battered. It always ends up like 2-0, maybe 3-1, 3-2. Something, just not the margins. It can happen, but I don't look at this Liverpool side and say it's mad ruthless like the Klopp one was.
Wishful
a little bit
thinking.
so. But I'll be real. Look, I don't expect anything out of this game, innit? I wrote this off even the start of the season. I'm never going to get anything out of Anfield. You know what? The Gunnar Lee speech hits. How about that? When he says, even if Ten Hag gets sacked, where are they going to get their next points? Gunnar Lee was right in that sense. Like, he mentioned all the games. So the only way United can get anything is if they're on the top of their game. Like, they're just playing out their skin. And even if you're playing out your skin, that's probably a point. That's
you know
it.
What it is, boys? You know what it is? Once, yeah. I just can't believe that when Amram came in, the narrative was literally he's going to galvanize the squad, we're going to improve, we'll fight for Europe. And now, literally, 5-6 weeks later, we're resigned to losing every single game.
I wouldn't say that. I think a reality check's just coming for what it is at United.
No, but
That's
the reality check was when people realized, Kaz, you're including this, that your squad is dross.
Yeah.
But not everyone had this opinion.
Kaz has been saying that from the freaking start of the season that his squad is shit.
I said the squad ain't great, but I don't think the squad's that bad.
Yeah, they never thought we'd be this bad.
Okay.
Yeah, they never
are
thought
that bad.
like, now I'm trying to say the squad is really
They are that bad.
Yeah,
And you know
that's
what it
the
is?
shit.
I don't think the defense and everything is as bad as what people make it out to be. It's just that it doesn't get helped out by the fact you can't even score goals to bail out the defense at time and relieve pressure. As soon as that goal goes in, I don't even think they believe that they're going to score a goal at times. And even if there's a chance, it probably goes left of the post or over the bar or miss it because you're just a dunce, Hoyland and whatnot. It's just one of those, really. It's just, I don't know for United. I don't know what Amram's going to do. I know, in fact, you ain't going to see Casemiro and Eriksen pivot, but there's already rumors or talks. Mainu's going in the 10 in this game or whatever. But then it's just, I don't know. I don't think it matters which combination you put upon it. It's more like, is United even confident enough?
What Gravenberch done to Manu last time? They better not put him in the pivot. He used his head as a.
If we go to the game before, then we'll just talk about what Manu did to Gravenberch. Then 1-1.
Don't know if he played. Did Gravenberch play that game?
Oh, do you not remember the Anfield game as well when Manu played? He bossed your whole midfield.
No, but did Gravenberch play that game? I'll ask you again.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Go and check.
I'm pretty sure he did.
And if he did, fair enough. But as I said, last game he played, he used his forehead as a DJ deck, and you're 3-0.
Yeah. Can't really be in a sports team without a personality here in the USA, my G. If you got one of them annoying American accents, you ain't coming on though. People ready for the jokes, but yeah, I hear you. Discussion good here though. Some people just have annoying voices, isn't it? Let's just keep it.
There's nothing wrong with an American accent, guys. Because
I said
we have a guy on the channel. We have a guy on the channel.
He's a Canadian, and guess what?
I know.
And guess what? His voice. No offense to Gal, but your voice is at that point where it's like.
I know a guy's Canadian. I'm just saying that a guy's accent's different. Some people don't.
You've even got Aussie guy on the panel. We're all inclusive here, man.
Yeah,
you even got. It's like you're throwing me a bone, mate. Is that how it is? Like we even took you, bro. West London wankers.
Ozzy, can you say just one time? One time. Can you say Highline for life?
I'm gonna say what?
Can you say Highline for life?
It's Ange's
Highline for life.
Highline.
You know it's for me, yeah. You know it's for me, yeah.
It's perfect.
I don't mind like the New York accent and all that kind of stuff.
This is
like,
just who we are, mate.
Yeah, Joey's accent's hard.
You know what
I mean? The New York accent and all that. I don't mind all of that. Yeah, Mr. Link is more calm, but when he goes to the West Coast and there's the LA kind of California kind and it's high pitched, it's oh my word, it fucking irritates me. Irritates me.
This is just who
Can't
we,
stand
mate.
it.
This is just who we are.
Just who you are, mate.
There it is,
I'm
mate.
not talking all
We're not gonna deviate.
American.
Are you entertained? All that kind of shit.
Yeah. Anyways, other than that, this is going over to Rance's channel. I'm gonna be there literally in a sec, so it's gonna get redirected there. You can go subscribe to everyone as well. I'm pretty sure I can round up there. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Go check out some channels, people, man. Big up for everyone that's actually. You want to know something?
You want to
You
know?
wanna know something?
Your ass better call somebody.
It's a gal. It's like my favorite saying. It's my favorite saying. You want to know something?
Do you want to know something? That's all.
Do you want to know something?
Hey, what do you mean the one? I'm born and bred in South East London, Peckham. There's no getting rid of this shit. So and I don't mind it. So it is what it is. Can't just get rid of an accent, innit? But if you don't find it annoying, then fair play, innit? Can't handle a white guy. You know, he's apparently it's custom made for black guys, isn't it? Right? It's suspect racism there. I think you might want to retract that statement. Sus people in the chat, man. But in a bit, anyways, catch you. I think that's might be doing a show later, so might be a little something there.